Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Rao. Welcome back. I have it. Hi, Doris. Welcome. Martin. Welcome. And I was going to present a topic on how can you improve not only general wellness, but at the molecular level. How can you improve your health by doing physical yoga along with asanas, pranayama, meditation, all of that, right? I'm not talking about other aspects of real yoga where you combine your individual consciousness with the universal. But, to be a healthy body, to look at the body as a temple for your soul is very important in yoga. Anyway, but being a physician, I always had questions about how come I do the yoga stretches and um, get on the treadmill, and after I ran for a while, this was very young when I was very young, right? Um, and my energy is very very boosted. But if I don't do the yoga stretches and go and run, I kind of have maybe minor cramps sometimes or major cramps on a hot day in my body, right? But when I do the yoga stretches and then get on the running and all that, I didn't have the crampiness, right? I didn't have the uncomfortable feeling of tiredness and all that. So I, being a physician, I wanted to understand at the molecular level what is happening, and then generally what happens is when you do yogasanas, you're going to recruit muscles. Normally, you are not engaging them. They're seldom used, right? So they kind of go down. If you don't use it, you lose it. That kind of thing. You may not lose it, but you have the same efficiency and all that, right? After all, resistance training is that. The more you expose the muscles to the resistance, the stronger they become, right? But I want you to understand at the molecular level. So, of course, my ways of researching or all this was way before. But now I know that I get renewed energy after yoga routines and after doing the yoga for any game. By the way, my patients come for sports physical, right? A lot of kids come for the school because a small village like atmosphere, people all come to the same service here. So they used to come for the, sports physical. And I used to find out what kind of sports they're playing and what they're doing to condition themselves. Physical fitness is there, right? And I used to suggest them some yoga moves for, suppose, tennis, how to strengthen your upper arms and all that, and also I kind of did different football players. There are people who are in the track, a lot of them, and how do you improve your endurance and all that. So from there I came to understand we are using a lot of muscles we not normally neglect. And in yoga asanas, not only we recruit the muscles, but what we are doing, as the muscles are demanding more blood and oxygen that goes there, but by doing this deep breathing pranayama, you are increasing the oxygen level and also blood flow and lymphatic drainage to the muscles and all that, right? And when they go there, this muscle stimulation and all that initiates what's called mitochondrial biogenesis. That means new mitochondria really come into oak, right? So what happens is the mitochondria is the energy metabolism, right? Everybody knows about that. So we have more ATPs done. That's a simple thing. Because of the demand of the muscles, as oxygenation is better, you get better oxygenation, right? That's what happens in this one. Okay, then the second thing is the oxidative stress that we produce in the cells that goes down. because this uh, hatha yoga practice, the physical asanas of the yoga, they kind of upregulate your body's antioxidant defenses. Okay, so that kind of reduces your oxidative stress, and it kind of helps you. um, the oxidative stress is known to cause stress to the cells and degeneration of the cells, and also it can accelerate aging, kind of makes you more older, right? That's pretty common sense too. So by decreasing this oxidative stress, yoga appears supporting cellular health and longevity too. Okay, very wonderful, right? So detox can be done by the pranayama improving circulation content oxygen, and also circulation of eliminating toxins um, through the body, right? That's what happens. Then the third thing I noticed was, well, this has come recently. It's like a gene expression and also inflammation. So Hatha Yoga has this down regulation of some inflammatory changes. So what they do is, a chronic inflammation is a cause of many diseases. Okay, and by reducing this inflammation at the cellular level, at the molecular level, yoga promotes overall wellness. Okay, and also we all know now epigenetic changes, not the real sex determined DNA, but the epigenetic changes uh, are influenced by yoga, by gene expression through epigenetic modifications. Modifications. Okay, what happens is these epigenetic changes improve our resilience to stress, and then they enhance our immune function and contribute a balanced emotional state because of all that. Because stress hormones are less, right? And of course, hormonal balance itself, regulation of cortisol levels, and also enhanced insulin sensitivity. Insulin resistance is a big problem in the diabetes as they develop, right? But this one really enhances the insulin sensitivity. And also, overall, nervous system function is improved because you activate parasympathetic nervous system, which I talk about all the time. That stimulation of parasympathetic nervous system by deep breathing is responsible for body's, you know, uh, rest and digest system, which is the parasympathetic nervous system, right? This activation promotes, obviously, you're relaxed and you recover better, and also heal and support your overall wellness, right? You heal better, you recover better, and that's all supports. And the important thing that of late is the neuroplasticity. Even though, as modern scientists, we are talking about them now, but actually it was there for a long time. It was there in yoga, that you can change the neurons by really stimulating them in a way that is novel. That means you are learning all new things. That was there because when you calm your superficial agitation of the mind, you are more receptive state to receive new information. New information is the one, something completely new to you, fires up the neurons, and they kind of do the new synapse, we call it, in the end of the axon dendrites are there, and they synapse, and that's when the new brain formation happens, right? I use that for my own recovery from the stroke and all. So I kind of spent some time on the neuroplasticity and how yoga has taught us before. Generally, psychological well-being is given with the yoga. If you do it properly, if you do it with attention and really complete awareness, obviously psychologically you are better off. Okay, so because your relaxation, your sleep quality is better, you are better psychologically too. And also the last one is immune function enhances, because that is something, immune function, by retracing your stress hormones and improving the circulation of the lymph and eliminating toxins. All that makes sense once you understand the whole mechanism. But basically, you do the advanced yoga where lot of muscles that you normally don't recruit are recruited, and that becomes really very good. Okay, so you do that very well, and muscles are recruited. You do with breathing. The deep breathing enhances oxygen supply in the blood, and muscle activity attracts more blood, demands more blood supply. The improved oxygenation by pranayama, that kind of blood given to the cells, and thereby the molecular cell function is really enhanced. Make sense? So that's we're going to talk more about it as we evolve into this. I just started this topic today so that people can understand. And what I do is, many people who come to me for stress and burnout, I first ask them, what is your work routine? What is your life routine? They usually tell me, oh, I'm a doctor, I'm doing anesthesia, I'm doing cardiology, whatever, right? Then I ask them, anesthesiologist, what do you do apart from going into the OR and sitting there and doing the anesthesia and ambibagging it and all that, which I see them when we do the surgery and all that, right? But what else you do? Then they tell me, oh, we go to the office, we have to catch up with the documentation, and we go to the meetings to listen to the lectures that are there, or we go to the administrative meetings. And so whatever it is, what they do, tell me. Some people tell me that I go for a walk or something like that. But then I trace all that they are doing, and I discover opportunities for them to do chair yoga, chair sun salutations, office yoga, and walking meditation. So any number of these things that I suggest to them. For example, they are sitting at the EMR. I tell them, if you can dictate by standing up, stand up and dictate. So I find opportunities within their work routine so that they can employ these things much better. For example, you are standing at a group discussion of a case that we do all the time, right? Medical people. And then when other people are really talking and you're standing, you can go up on the toes and heels, just like a cycling, right? That helps you to engage your muscles and also not accumulate fluid in the calves, in the lower extremities, that kind of thing, you know. So a lot of things suggested according to their work routine, what they can do, what is their physical condition, what are the problems they have, and how. Suppose somebody has a back pain, I would suggest to them, don't sit but stand, and also move a little bit, you know, that kind of thing. But there are specific yoga moves are given in the office yoga, chair yoga, and also sun salutations doing in the chair. So you can modify it, but then always encourage them, take deep breaths every 1 hour for 1 minute. And also be attentive to whatever you're doing. That itself becomes meditation, right? Or when you're walking, focus on the walking, what is happening with you, not thinking about other things, if you can help it, you know. So this overthinking, this continuous thinking, that's not good. That's what's that way. So I use the knowledge of this shape of the patient or the person who is seeking me for their burnout or stress, and figure out underlying causes, underlying diseases, and figure out what is their body shape, and figure out what they can handle with the heart and everything. So combining all that, I can give a customized routine to anybody that they can do it while they are working. So that is easier for them rather than making time and going to a gym or a yoga studio, and they may not have that, or will not have the time and enthusiasm for that. And the other thing is there, in yoga, you describe tamas, which is a lazy energy, like, you know, you don't want to sleep, you want to, all that. Things go down, right? And rajasic, where you are active, kinetic, running around. And then the sattvic, which is the combination, but balanced energy. So we try to identify the tamasic situations, tamasic where you lie down or you sit in the chair for a long time and forcibly relax yourself in the sofa. All those things are bad, right? So we identify those situations, those conditions where they will develop more tamasic energy or rajasic too. Suppose you are in a meeting, you are heated up, and you come out and you take it on the patient. That's not right, right? So as a rajasic also you have to control. So that knowledge also helps a lot. And also what kind of food you eat if these energies are out of balance. Okay, so we help people in so many different ways once we have this perspective of not just physically moving, but how we are engaging your mind, your emotions, your body, your cellular mechanisms. So I thought that would be interesting for people to know that I do employ this strategy, not just from the yoga background, but also the scientific background, understanding the chemical, hormonal, humoral things that happen within our body and how not to allow them to dictate to us rapid aging or rapid deceleration or disease itself. Okay. Hopefully that helped you all. And I'm going to talk more about this as I come. So anybody has any questions, you can come up and ask me about it. It's a very important topic to understand and how it can be integrated into my proactive wellness. Okay, you don't want to allow your disease. Hi, Rashnak. Thanks for coming. Dr. Rashnak has something to contribute about this. She's a neuroscientist. Um, but cellular mechanisms understanding may not be your job, but awareness of how we can enhance blood supply, lymphatic supply, thereby enhance the energy ingredients for the energy production and biosynthesis in the mitochondria. If you understand just that, and then employ some yoga moves that are appropriate for your activity, for your sport, for your condition, for your emotional, mental, and all that, right? Uh, Employing that as part of your routine would be very good. So, like I teach about functional fitness. That means you don't do any specific weights and all that. Only with your own body weight, you go around. You don't take, jump into the sofa or soft beds or anything like that. If you are really tired, yeah, body demands, that's fine. But normally, we kind of forcing on ourselves these unnecessary slowing down cellular mechanisms by going into these creature comforts of the modern era. So I'm a big against that. Okay, so my furniture is like I'm sitting on a foam chair now, and then I kind of walk a lot. I take stairs. I don't take the elevator. Things like that. So if you can understand how the yogis were doing in forests, in Himalayas, how that has really resulted in better health and also longevity for them, and how they performed with the highest energy when they did something, and their production was in flow, and they were always not stressed out or burnt out by the work we do. In modern era, we are doing it. What I am doing is I'm bringing that kind of understanding. Okay, that is the one I'm incorporating into our modern routines. Hopefully that makes sense for you. And any questions or any comments, I would answer them back as usual. But otherwise, look forward to me exploring deeper into things. And if somebody comes with a particular situation, I can also provide routines for them that they could adopt and implement them in their life, so that their exercise routine is more energizing or less cramps producing. That kind of thing. See, anaerobic metabolism that we are allowing for the cells to go through produces the lactic acid and cramps and all that, right? But whereas this aerobic metabolism enhanced by the pranayama, so deep breathing, oxygen going into the cells where it is demanded, and then participate the Krebs cycle, the ATP production, all that happens aerobically. That means with oxygen. So you'll have, and also as I described to you, oxidative stress will go down neurologically, passively, or better, and immune function is better. All those things I talked about. So I think I talked a lot. So many things I described there, but they may be too quick for you guys. But hopefully. Hopefully this makes sense. And then I'm going to put a couple of articles on this in LinkedIn. You can check that later. Doris, come up. I want to see what you think about this. Doris is a friend of ours. She's a new wife coach, and she comes on every day. And I usually try to go there and contribute my bit. So yeah, there is a Doris. Let me see what she thinks about it. Hi, Doris.
Good morning. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
I'm great. I'm working actually, so I'm listening.
Okay. Yeah.
As I'm working and I'm getting ready for a client session. But yes, very interesting. And I'm going to have to listen to the replay because I don't think I caught every single word.
Yeah.
I'm what is it called? Multitasking a little bit today. So.
I told you, don't do multitasking. One task at a time.
I know. I shouldn't have told you. You're the one that always reminds me of that. But I like to catch you live, but usually it's in my working hours. Like I said, I listen as I work as much as I can.
That's fine. A lot of people listen after live because I come spontaneously lots of times. So people may not be able to. Only some things I can do on time, but otherwise, whenever I have time, I come, jump in, and say my piece and get out.
So I will listen to the replay, and then I'll get back to you and let you know what I think of it. But the little bit I caught is definitely very intriguing and very interesting.
Yeah, you can improve our energy, our healing, our longevity. So many things are tied into this. But we kind of do mechanically and go, we are missing out on this, But if you observe, so many people come to me because they have problems while they are participating in their athletic activity. And this perspective helped them a lot, so.
Okay. Well, keep on talking. I got to hop off and get on to
if somebody comes up, I will talk. Otherwise, I said what I have to say, and then I'll expand on this in the future talks. Thank you, Doris.
Wonderful. I look forward to it. Talk to you later. Bye, Dr. Rayo.
Thanks. Bye-bye. So that was Doris, our coach, and the new wife. All right. Anybody else? Dr. Roshnak, I would like to speak to you. She has more info probably on the neurological aspect of it, and neuroscientist, right? So anyway, if that is satisfying to you all, I will be seeing you again. I do pop up on the room, so if I'm working, if somebody is talking, I keep an eye or ear on them, and then if it suits me, I'll come for 5 minutes and then get out there. Otherwise, I will see you at my regular hour in the morning, 8 o'clock on the wake up with or start the day with Dr. Rao. That's where I want people to start, right? So that they are together, when they go to their work with the inner resilience tapped, and then you can be doing those simple things I told, the stretching, the breathing, the focusing, non-reacting, and all that. Okay. So with that, I will take leave and I'll see you back again tomorrow morning. Thank you. Bye-bye.